The legendary baritone Dietrich Fischer-Dieskau was a passionate advocate of Busoni's opera Dr. Faust. The work's based on the famous Faust myth, but it's very different from the much better-known Faust settings of Berlioz, Gounod and Boito. It's conceived on a huge and very complex scale, and it's extremely demanding to perform. Dietrich Fischer-Dieskau discussed many of its challenges in the following conversation, which was recorded in his home in Berlin in 2005.
The funny thing is, when I saw this music first and I tried to learn the first pages, I always thought, my goodness, this is old-fashioned in a way. And then after a while, when I penetrated a little into this whole material, I saw how many aspects were in there. He did not quite achieve what he wanted to achieve, the unity of an artistic saying. And therefore he fought for a long while with this piece, with the text first, which is, the text is almost the most ingenious part of the whole thing, because of this Vorspiel and another Vorspiel and a third one, and then comes the opera. But you can see in this how difficult it was for him to build a whole unit of many elements in it.
As Dietrich Fischer-Dieskau said, there are 3 entire scenes that are all called Vorspiels, preludes, before the real action gets underway. And this here is from the second Vorspiel, where Faust calls up Lucifer, the devil. He takes off his girdle, makes a circle on the ground with it, and then enters the circle with a key in his hand. Busoni said this work was not so much a literal picture of anything, but more a symbolic world of appearances.
Maybe he compared, there is a comparison somehow, between the appearance and the essence, you know? And his own work is the subject of the whole thing, I think. The work of an artist, which is separating itself from its creator, and therefore is also very easily forgotten by the author and forgotten by the audience too. And this is exactly what he wants to keep, to stick at. Very, very painful in a way. Painful.
Verzeiht, wenn ich zu eigen handle, Tag ist dem Wunder abgewandt. Licht sei verdammt, in Nacht die Schande.
Of course, he took the old puppet play of Faust as a forebild, and this is in itself already something irreal in a way, you know? The magician was able to do everything, to bring the ghosts and all the devils and everything around himself and command them.
In this scene, Dr. Faust performs a series of magic tricks at the wedding of the Duke and Duchess of Parma. He conjures up famous people from long ago, at this point here, Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, but as though they are the Duchess and Faust, who is in love with the Duchess, which is why the Duke is later seen as the executioner when Salome and John the Baptist are conjured up.
Uzabas Königin, den weisen Mann bezwang, ihr weiserer Sinn.
For Dietrich Fischer-Dieskau, All the characters in the opera are expressions of Faust's inner self.
That is always these contrasts, is one person. Whether it's the lady at the Duke's court, whether it's Mephistopheles, all things play a part in himself.
Dietrich Fischer-Dieskau sings the title role of Dr. Faust in Deutsche Grammophon's recording of Busoni's opera Dr. Faust, conducted by Ferdinand Leitner.